more than one plant. We have about 7 wastewater treatment facilities, you know, and we have one even all the way up in Skokie. But see, a lot of people, they hear commissioner and then they automatically just assume, well, you know, we're Cook County commissioners, but we're a whole separate entity in and of itself. You got the city, which is one entity, you got the county, which is another entity, and then you have Water Reclamation, which is another entity, which is really one of the world's best kept secrets in terms of, you know, what we do, how we do it. But ever since I've been on for the last 5 years, I've been talking about making sure that water reclamation is not the world's best kept secret anymore. I've been going out to the seniors and speaking in high schools and colleges and everywhere where I can speak, even in community groups, talking about water reclamation and what we do. Well, I'm glad and even about the flooding.
Because you see, I'm all confused. You know, I started out by saying, you know, the water filtration plant, I assume, was connected with you guys, and that's connected with the city. And then the sewage, you're dealing with a lot of overflow from flooding and things like that. It's the water that's collected and it's treated, and then it's put back into the system and flows down to the Gulf of Mexico or whatever. But I had asked you a question about the sewage, and you said that the city deals with that?
Well,
also?
The city has their own wastewater and sewage treatment facility, and they have their own. See, the city had opted out of our flood control program. The city has their own wastewater management department. You know, they have their own way of collecting and talking to people about stormwater management. And whenever there's a massive storm, or like this recent 100-year storm, well, they keep changing the name, but the 100-year storm, then when that occurs, then what happens is that the city goes out and talk to the people in the city, and we go along with the city so that they can have the whole picture, so that we can explain everything about the flooding issues, why it happened, and what we can do to combat it or to fight against it. And that in and of itself is something that I do as well. And we have 124, you know, municipalities that we have to deal with, in the city of Chicago.
And if anybody had any questions, they can just call you at 312-217-5936.
That's right. And that's my phone number that I tell everyone to call me.
And your website is simple too, because it's Patricia Horton.
That's right.
.net, not .com, .net.
Yes.
And we can find you on Facebook and Twitter. I've seen you on YouTube.
Yes.
And if you Google her name, videos will pop up and different stories, because you go. How many commissioners are there?
There's 9 commissioners.
9 commissioners.
And every 2 years, 3 commissioners go up for re-election.
So you don't wipe out the whole board at one time?
No. Every 2 years, 3 commissioners are up for re-election.
So,
but you know, even as commissioner, you know, I still reach out into the community. I'm on the Illinois State Diabetes Commission.
That's what I was noticing in the CETA.
And I've been on both those boards for about 5 years.
Okay.
The CETA board is very important because my committee as commissioner is health and wellness, public health and wellness. So I reach out into the community and I try to talk to them about health and wellness, how it relates to the water, the importance of water, and water usage, water conservation, and also as an environmentalist, telling people what they can do to combat the flooding and talk about new innovative things like permeable pavement and so forth. We even sell rain barrels at the district. Now, in some of the stores I've seen, they charge like $100 for a rain barrel. We buy them at cost, we sell them at cost.
And who would, what if some people use the rain barrels for redistributing rainwater to their gardens and things like that?
Yes, because it's so important that people understand that 1 inch of rain just falling just on top of your roof is equivalent to 800 gallons of water that's coming off your roof. 1 inch of rain on top of your roof. If you have like an 800 square foot roof, and that water coming off the side of your building all the way around, collecting in your gutters and going into your downspouts, that's a lot of water going in. So if you want to combat some of the flooding that's going on around your house, then attach a rain barrel to your downspout. That's about 55 gallons, 80 gallons of water, you know, that you can use, that you can collect. And then on a good day, you can hook up a water hose to it, water the grass, clean your car, do just basic work around the house, and that saves on your water bill.